Hello, welcome to another video and welcome to episode 2 of Book Box Battle. I have got a Bella right in front of the camera, so you might see up her nose at some point. So today I'm going to be unboxing my adult Fairy Loot and Illumicrate boxes. Bella, I can see your whiskers. I will then be picking 2 more books out of my pot of Book Box books. And then I'm going to do a first chapter challenge on the 4 books, these two past ones, and we'll then go from there. I'll read the book that I am most excited by. So I'm going to start off with Fairy Loot because it is on top, no other reason than that. So the theme for this month is Star Chosen. I have seen what this book is because this box came well over a week or so ago, but I've been waiting for Illumicrate. So we have got some very pretty edges. Is that a key? That's a key. More pretty edges. We have got a author letter and artwork, and the book is The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. This is so gorgeous. And it's wintry. Ooh. It is Polathon coming up in February, so I might see if I can squeeze this one in for Polathon. So let's just have a look at the book. Let's take the dust jacket off. Underneath the dust jacket we have got this alternative cover. Which I don't know. I might prefer this one, you know. I think this is the standard cover. I'll put the standard cover up here so you can see. But I like that one. So this is the naked hardback. We have got artwork on the end papers. For centuries, Everleighs have seen their brightest and best disappear, taken as punishment for a crime no one remembers, for a purpose no one understands. Their tormentor is a woman named Penelope, who never ages, never grows sick, and never forgives a debt. 10 years ago, Violet, Everleigh's mother, left to break the curse and never returned. Now Violet must find her mother, or she will be taken in her place. Her hunt leads her into a seductive magical underworld of power-hungry scholars, fickle gods, and monsters bent on revenge, and into the path of Penelope's quiet assistant, Alexander, who she knows cannot be trusted, and yet whom she finds herself undeniably drawn. Tied to a very literal deadline, Violet will travel to the edges of the world to find her mother and the key to the City of Stardust, where the Everleigh story began. This sounds really good. I have seen so many, fantastic reviews of this one. I'm very excited. So next we're going to crack straight into Illumicrate. So the theme for Illumicrate is murder mystery. Here are the spoilers if you wanted to read them, and February's theme is caged hearts. So let's Ooh! Oh, just seeing the things on the top has made me excited. I'm going to start off with this one here, which is a enamel phone grip. So it's like a pop flex, I think. I can't remember. It says the Ministry of Alchemy, Enchantments and Supernatural Entities, and it's inspired by Master of Djinn by P. Djeli Clark. I haven't read that book. I have heard about it. We've got a fabric item. So this, in the spoiler card, says is an apron. Ooh. Cute! So it is just a apron with lots of baked goods and stuff on it. Cinnamon and gingerbread apron, designed by Joni Palmer at Flatter and Fern. Features many elements from A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Bacon. Nice! We've then got some Merwild bookmarks just in time for House of Flame and Shelley to come out. Here is Bryce. There is Danica. There is Rune, that is Hunt, and of course Liaba. Cute. They are double-sided, they're exactly the same on both sides. So I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan actually of Merwell bookmarks. I know some people are absolutely obsessed with them. I just don't really like character artwork. It's not my thing, but these are cool because they are Crescent City and I love Crescent City. We've then got this, which is a library stamp inspired by the Wayward Children series by Shauna Maguire. So, confession time, I do not enjoy the Wayward Children series at all, unfortunately, but this is cute. So I don't know if you can see that. It says on it, from the library of, and it's got a line underneath, and then this is just the stamping part. You would stick one end onto that, stamp it in. I really like that. I don't know how that is inspired by Wayward Children, unless maybe the door is something I suppose, yeah, it has got a door on it, but I like that it has this design on it, but I like that it's not really kind of obvious, because like I said, I'm not a fan of the Wayward Children series. And then last thing we've got is this. Okay, so this says, the best stories are found between the pages of a passport. And it's a sticker book. It says inside, store a reusable sticker book. Store all of your stickers in one place with a stunning fandom neutral reusable sticker book. So I love the design. I am never going to use this as a sticker book. I find this a very weird object. So I love the cover. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might take out all of the pages and replace them with like normal paper and use it as a notebook. But there we go. Onto the book. So the book, we have got pretty edges, and the book is Voyage of the Damned by Frances White. So let's, again, there is nothing under the dust jacket, and the hardback has got the sort of skeletal fish design on it, on the spine. There is like a kind of map or like floor plan of a ship on the end papers. It is the same both sides. I'm going to read out the synopsis. For 1,000 years, Concordia has maintained peace between its provinces. To mark this incredible feat, the Emperor's ship embarks upon a 12-day voyage to the sacred goddess's mountain. Aboard are the heirs of the 12 provinces of Concordia, each graced with a unique and secret magical ability known as a blessing. Except one, Ganymedes Piscaro, class clown, slacker, and all-round disappointment. When a beloved heir is murdered, everyone is a suspect. Stuck at sea and surrounded by powerful people without a blessing to protect him, the odds of survival are slim. But as the bodies pile higher, Ganymedes must become the hero he was not born to be. Can he unmask the killer and their blessing before this bloody crusade reaches the shores of Concordia? Or will the Empire as he knows it fall? So I have seen this described as like if Agatha Christie wrote a fantasy. It's like a fantasy murder mystery. I don't know how I feel about that. But I will be doing a first chapter challenge of these two, plus 2 other books. Here they are with the pretty edges. So, whoop. I think favourite item from Illuma Crate, I'm going to actually say the library stamp. Yeah, I would say my favourite item is probably the library stamp. I can see myself using that, but this one I love and dislike at the same time. So, okay, so we've got our first 2 books for my book box battle, and I'm going to give my jar a good shake and pick 2 more books out of here. Right, I'm gonna get in there. I'm going to go with this one, which is from the top, and there. Can I get that one out? This one, which is from the bottom. So first off, we have got, what does that say? Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This one was a Luma crate, I think. I think that one was an Luma crate book. And then the other one I'm going to go for is Starling House. Another, there it is. So these are my 4 options. My kind of predicted pile, I don't think I'm going to get on with Little Thieves. And these 3, honestly, I don't know how they're going to go. Starling House I'm a bit nervous by because I didn't enjoy Once and Future Witches. So let's put Starling House as like in 3rd place. I think I'm going to probably like City of Starlight slightly more than Voyage of the Damned, but I don't know if I will be thinking that way round from the first chapter. So this is my predicted pile. And I'm going to now go read the first chapters and let you know what book I'm going to be reading in. Okay, I'm going to get started on my first chapter challenge of these 4 books. Let's start off with Starling House. Okay, so I've read the first chapter of Starling House, which wasn't very long. It's only 5 pages. There's footnotes. We love footnotes. And that first chapter really, really sucked me in. I am not, that's a bit better. Yeah, that first chapter really sucked me in. I am very intrigued. I'm still a bit dubious about the writing style. Just because, again, like I said, I have read from Alex E. Harrow before and I wasn't the biggest fan of the writing style. So I'm intrigued, but also a little bit nervous. But, so, I mean, it's the first book, so obviously it's #1 in the rankings at the moment, but it is quite high. Let's go on to Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. Okay, I've read the first chapter of Little Thieves, which is about 20 pages. It was read the prologue and the first chapter. I realise I never told you what Starling House was about, so I'm going to go back and do that. So Starling House is about a house that's ill-omened, and they think that the heir just needs to disappear. It's the last only heir should go to hell. The house has got like bad luck associated with it, but Opal knows better. She meets a man who lives in Starling House, and there's all these kind of like sinister forces as well. That was a very bad description, but to be totally honest, I can't be bothered to read out the full synopsis. It seems like it's going to be kind of like a kind of ghost story esque, but like I said, I enjoyed that first chapter. Little Thieves is a retelling of The Goose Girl. So this child is the adopted daughter of Death and Fortune. Her mother in the prologue gave her to the two goddesses, Death and Fortune, because she was the 13th daughter of the 13th daughter, and it's just bad luck. However, she has been kind of masquerading as a princess. She was a princess's servant for years, but then has taken the princess's identity and is in fact a jewel thief. This is very YA. It's very fun. And what I mean by that is it's kind of one of those, like, every now and then the main character sort of slightly breaking the fourth wall and talking directly to the audience. Oh, I've got a hair stuck on my... So there we go. Yeah, the main character sort of breaking the fourth wall and talking to the audience, and it's a bit kind of like tongue-in-cheek fun. I have read The Merciless Crow by Margaret Owen before, which I liked but didn't love. So I think at the moment Starling House is above Little Thieves. Like, I didn't dislike Little Thieves. How long is this book? It looks very big. It's 500 pages. I feel like if this was sort of a 300-page book, I would be much more excited by it. But it is very long. Starling House is only 300 pages. But yeah, Starling House currently is above Little Thieves in my ranking, and I'm going to pick up The City of Stardust, which is a very short book. 350. Okay, I've read the prologue and first chapter of City of Stardust. So this one is a very kind of magical high fantasy. The family has been cursed. Their brightest and best disappear for a crime that nobody knows. 10 years ago, Violet's mother disappeared to break the curse and has never returned. Now Violet must find her mother or she will be taken in her place. This one, the first chapter, it's intriguing. I'm liking the sound of it. I think, however, it is slightly less intriguing to me immediately than Starling House. So this is my current stack. Now on to book 4, Voyage of the Damned. Okay, I've read the first chapter of Voyage of the Damned, and I don't know, I'm gonna just do that. Similarly to Little Thieves, it's fun. It's meant to be, I think this one is like a heist. Oh no, this one is like a kind of murder mystery sort of thing. So it's a locked room murder mystery fantasy, which sounds really good. But yeah, that's my opinion on the main character. I think I probably like the sound of Voyage of the Damned slightly more than Little Thieves. So I think this is my stack. So I'm going to be reading Starling House. If I have time, I will go on to the City of Starlight. I very much doubt I will have time to go to Voyage of the Damned or Little Thieves, but they are numbers 3 and 4. Let me know which one you would have picked of these 4. But I'm going to get started on Starling House. I've gone really skew-iff again, haven't I? Good evening. It is Sunday night and I am reading Starling House. So I am now about 100 pages through. This book is not big. It's literally like 302 pages, I think. So I'm a third of the way through. I don't know what I think. So I think I said this before when I was doing the first chapter part of this. I have DNF'd Once and Future Witches by Alexi Harrow. So I'm not convinced that I am a fan of Alexi Harrow's writing. I'm not at a point where I'm thinking of DNFing. Like, it's fine. It's just, it's very, very slow paced. So, like I said, I'm a third of the way through. Our main character is Opal, and she has got a job. She's just taken a job at Starling House, which is this like haunted house. And we're learning more about this haunted house. It's got a sort of speculative, magical realism, fantastical element to it. There's suggestions that like the house is guarding like a portal to hell, I think, something like that. And I'm just not sure how I'm feeling. I feel like 100 pages in, I would be expecting to be a bit more drawn into the story or know what the plot is. At least I don't know what the plot is. No clue at all. I'm not really intrigued in the story. I was reading it earlier and I instead fell asleep and had quite a nice nap, which never bodes well for a book. It's about 9 o'clock. It's not, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, it's later than I thought. I might stop reading now. So I've got work in the morning. And I'm just not massively feeling it. Like, like I said, it's fine. I'm not unenjoying it. I would probably be rating it at about a 3-star at the moment. Like, it's fine. It's just very, very slow. And I find, for me personally, with my own reading taste, I'm not the biggest fan of really slow, kind of like purple prose, lyrical writing that is all vibes, no plot. So, for example, Erin Morgenstern, not for me. Hated The Starless Sea. Did not enjoy Night Circus. Like I said, Once and Future Witches, DNF'd. Those and I feel like this is a little bit more. I don't know. Like I said, there's been no plot yet. We're 100 pages into a 300-page book and there is zero plot. I would like a little bit more from it. So part of me, when I got to about the 50-page mark and I was feeling like this, part of me was thinking, do I swap books and read The City of Starlight instead? And I don't think I will. I think I'm going to continue with Starling House, but tempted. I am thinking that I might have chosen poorly, and maybe I should have gone for the City of Starlight instead of Starling House. Oh well, didn't. That's fine. This one, it is very much vibes, and I feel like if I was reading this in sort of October, November, when it's, you know, cold and misty and it's that autumnal getting into winter, there's only coldness in front of you, the vibes are immaculate. And yes, it's February, so it is still cold and misty, but it's, again, to be honest, it's just not really the vibes that I go for. I like plot, I like characters I can get behind. Vibes are kind of the lowest thing that I go for. This one, there is no plot. I can't really get behind the characters yet because I don't know any of them. I don't know. Like, our main character is Opal. Her motivations are that she is wanting a better life for her brother. And I don't really feel like I know her and her own experiences, motivations, wants, desires, as much as she wants a better life for her brother, and that's it. And I feel like that's not a rounded character. Our other character is Arthur, who is the owner of Starling House, and we know nothing about him at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop reading tonight. I will pick it up again tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can get this one read. If I can read 100 pages a day, which is totally doable, then I'll get it read in a couple of days, and that'll be that. Tomorrow is the start of Polathon, and my idea for Polathon is that I'm going to be trying different polar fantasy books throughout the week. So that does mean that I might not have like a ton of time to be reading other books aside from Starling House. I'm going to prioritise Starling House for the first couple of, for at least Monday and Tuesday to get it finished. I tend to wrap my vlogs up on Thursdays anyway, so I'm probably not going to pick up another book for this vlog because, like I said, it's Sunday and I've only just started. Also this one, because it's a plastic cover, it's really slidey, which is why I'm playing with it. But yeah, I'm going to stop reading now tonight, and I will see you tomorrow with my thoughts about the 200 page mark. Hello, it is Monday evening. I'm 175 pages into Starling House. The plot has started and I'm intrigued. I've got to say, the atmosphere and the vibes in here, immaculate. Absolutely 10/10. I feel like this is a book that cannot see the sun. You have to read this under a blanket. It has to be grey and misty and miserable and just that sort of really like dreary day. This is a book for October, November, or February actually. I'm finding it very, very slow paced. And even though I wanted to get through 100 pages today, I'm stopping at 75 pages just because I am. I am enjoying it more in like today's pages. Like I said, I'm about halfway, just over halfway. Yeah, I'm liking it more. It is just still very, very slow. There isn't a huge amount of plot. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm enjoying it. It's not something that I can binge read. So I feel like one of the reasons why I'm stopping reading now at 75 pages rather than just carrying on for another 25 and getting to the 100 that I wanted to. Honestly, I'm finding that I'm done with it today. I can't read a huge amount of it every day, so I might need to take an extra day to read this book, but good. It's good. That's all I have to say. Hello, it's Tuesday evening. I'm about 220 pages into Starling House, so I've got about 75 pages left, I think. I feel like we are kind of almost at the culmination of the plot. And that's kind of making me question what the plot is. So Opal has stopped working for Arthur in Starling House, has discovered things about Underland and the beasts and what Arthur does as a warden. I'm going to try not to spoil anything. And Gravely Power is trying to buy the land so that they can create another coal mine, I think. Which is all well and good. I mean, it isn't, but, that's fine. But I don't feel like that's the plot. Yet that's all that's been happening. I want to know more about Underland. I want to know more about the beasts. I want to know more about the wardens. I want to know about fighting them, where they came from, how they can be defeated. Can they be defeated? That's what I want to know, and we're not getting any of that. Like I said, 225 pages. The book is just over 300. It's like 302 pages. So I've got about 75 left, which just feels like not enough pages to answer all the questions that I've got. I am enjoying it. I just have many, many questions, if I'm totally honest. But I'm going to read another couple of chapters now and then I might put it down for the evening. I am finding it hard to sort of read too much in one go. It's so slow paced that I could read more. It's not that I'm not enjoying it and that like it's a struggle, but it's just I find that it gets to a point where literally my brain is full and I'm like I can't read any more of this book right now. So I might just read one or two more chapters and then put it down. But I think that's probably going to be all of my thoughts on Starling House for tonight. So hopefully I will be able to finish the book tomorrow and I will catch up with you with more thoughts then. Good night. Hello, good evening. It is Wednesday night and I've just finished reading Starling House. I haven't yet rated it. And I'm not entirely sure I know what I'm going to think, to be honest. It's kind of creepy and gothic. It is very much more character-driven book than a plot book. As we got to the end, I liked it. See, I've enjoyed it, but I can't tell you why or what I enjoyed about it. Just that I did. So this is actually quite a shit update because I probably should have rated it and then actually come to you with ratings. But yeah, I genuinely do not know what to think. I'm gonna just kind of sit on it for a bit. I'm gonna go and have dinner and just sort of sit on it and think what I feel about it, and then we'll jump back on, give you my ratings and final thoughts, and then I will be wrapping this vlog up. My vlogs generally run from Thursday through to Wednesday, just because in that way I've got like a little bit of leeway if they do need to run over, and I've got a chance to edit them before the weekend, because then I have them going up on a Sunday. So I will be wrapping this vlog up now after finishing Starling House. This has taken me, for a 300-page book, this has taken me quite a long time to read. But like I said, I've strangely enjoyed it. So I'm going to continue reading something else. I have like 5 books on the go at the moment. It's a little bit over the top. And I will come back to you in like an hour or so once I've eaten and give you my actual final thoughts and review. Hello, let's review Starling House. Now I've got my laptop here in front of me and we're going to go through my core pile rating together and we'll see what it spits out at the end. So, characters. I wasn't like overly attached to any of the characters. I'm going to give them a 7. Atmosphere. The atmosphere was atmospheric. I'm going to give that a 9.5. Writing. The writing was very nice. It was lyrical. It wasn't too kind of like fluffy so that it went off and things. I'm going to give it a 9. Writing was good. Plot. So this is difficult because I'm not really convinced there was much of a plot. I mean, there was. I'm going to give plot a 7.5. Intrigue, again. So intrigue for me is either how much did the plot suck me in, which it didn't really because there wasn't much of a plot, or how much did I want to keep on picking up the book, and again, didn't really because I found it difficult to read this very quickly. I'm going to give intrigue a 6. Logic. Did everything that exists in the world make sense as per the rules of the world? Kinda, but also kinda not. So, for example, there was a part in the timeline that I can't quite work out. Opal is 26, her brother Jasper is 16, so there's a 10-year age gap between them, right? Their mother died when Opal was 15, which means Jasper would have been 5. Yet she was talking about how she and Jasper would jump into the river and would jump off a bridge into a river, which seems unlikely that you would do as age 5. You know, maybe if he was like, say, 10 or 11, I could see that she'd do that, but she's been scared of the water since the accident. I'm going to give logic an 8, because most of it made sense, but there are a couple of bits that I just didn't really understand. Enjoyment. So this is the hard one. I liked it, but it wasn't perfect. I'm going to give it a 7.5 for enjoyment. It's again, like, it was good, I liked it, I just didn't love it. I am surprised at that. That has got a 7.79, which is a 4-star. I'm surprised. That's higher than I thought it would be. I thought it would end up being about 3 or 3.5. So I'm happy about that. I'm just going to fill in these bits as well. So yeah, I am happy with that. So yeah, I think that sort of does sum up my thoughts on Starling House as well. There wasn't a huge amount of the plot. So basically with the plot, you've got Opal, whose mother had died 10 years ago, and she looks after her younger brother. She's always kind of like, they live in a motel room. They don't pay rent and they sort of struggle to make ends meet, but Opal wants a better life for her brother. She ends up taking a housekeeping job at Starling House, which is this kind of like haunted mansion that everybody tells, you know, that everyone in the town knows to stay away from. And then the kind of magical stuff starts to happen. So we've got like, the house is kind of alive. there are these beasts that kind of come out and sort of attack people. And yeah, like the story goes from there, basically trying to like kill the beasts. I liked it. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, actually. I think it's going to be one that I'm going to think about for a while. It's an interesting one. It's not the kind of book that I would normally read, but I am glad I read it. And also I'm very glad that I read it now. I would say if you are interested in reading Starling House, either read it now, immediately, today, or wait until October, November. It is a book that needs a dreary, rainy, grey day. It does not need any sunshine. It does not want anything that is anything other than like a miserable, grey, dreary day. I don't know if I have anything else to say about Starling House, other than it was good. I liked it. I'm surprised I liked it as much as I did. I'm surprised it came out as a 4-star and not like a 3.5, but I'm happy about that, obviously. That's my thoughts on Starling House. If you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe down below, and make sure you do ring that bell and you'll be able to catch the next episode of Book Box Battle. I might be able to say the words by then as well. Let me know if you've read Starling House, and if so, what are your thoughts on it? And I will see you in the next one. Bye.